the headlines of this bulletin. The webinar to share opinions to the draft circular that instructs the implementation of projects and sub-projects under the National Target Program for Socio-Economic Development of the Regions of Ethnic Minority and Marginalized People in 2021-2030 phase. The rehearsal of the ACT program team, Cần Thơ, the Echo from the Heart, that pays honor to COVID-19 control frontliners. The online job transaction in Mekong Delta region, Hồ Chí Minh and Bình Dương in the first phase of 2021. Hello, it's great to see you back here in this edition of Continuous and Top News today. On October 29th morning, Minister Khmer, chairman of the Committee for Ethnic Minority Affairs, Hậu Island, and members of the Commission co-chaired the webinar to share opinions to the draft circular that instructs the implementation of projects and sub-projects under the National Target Program for Socio-Economic Development of the Regions of Ethnic Minority and Marginalized People in 2021-2030 phase. The circular instructs the implementation of projects and sub-projects managed by the Commission for Ethnic Minority Affairs. The circular has 9 chapters, 88 clauses that give instructions on solving the shortage of accommodation land, house production land, daily use water, planning, arranging, settling residents in crucial places, investment of crucial infrastructure for the community. The webinar aimed to generalize proper contents into the circular, which contributes to effectively carrying out the National Target Program of the government. We aim to have the contingent of speakers and propagandists on minority and religious affairs have more materials to raise their propaganda skills and knowledge. The Sự Thật or the Truth National Political Publishing House has published the book named Raising Quality of Propaganda Among Khmer Minority People in Cần Thơ City at Present. The book is published under the general direction of Vice Secretary of Cần Thơ City Party Committee, Chairman of Cần Thơ City People's Committee Trần Việt Trường and Nguyễn Ngọc Quy, and is compiled by the group of authors of the Publicity Education Board under Cần Thơ City Party Committee. Published in last September, the book has 247 pages, divided into 4 chapters, and has the dimension of 16 by 24 centimeters. Particularly, the book, bilingually written in Vietnamese and Khmer language, is not only the useful materials for speakers, but also create conditions for Khmer minority people to easily make access. From then, exactly catching viewpoints, guidelines of the party and the state minority policies of Cần Thơ City. In addition, the book also points out shortcomings in the current propaganda task, which helps propagandists better fulfill their assigned tasks. On October 29th morning, Minister of Planning and Investment Nguyễn Chí Dũng chaired the National Online Conference to deploy the National Strategy on Green Growth in 2021-2030 phase with vision to 2050. Attending the conference in Cần Thơ City was Vice Chairman of Cần Thơ City People's Committee Nguyễn Thực Hiện and representatives of department sectors. The general objective of the National Strategy on Green Growth in 2021-2030 phase, Vision to 2050, just approved by the Deputy Prime Minister, is to boost the economic restructure in line with growth models, with the aim to gain economic prosperity, environmental sustainability, and social equality towards green economy, carbon neutral, and contribute to limiting the rise in the global temperature. Striving by 2030, the greenhouse gas emission will reduce by at least 15% and 30% over GDP in 2014 and 2050 respectively. Besides, the strategy also aims to build green life in conjunction with nice traditional life or high and natural harmonizing living standard. Generally, the strategy aims to focus forces on restructuring the economy, reducing greenhouse gas emission by economically and effectively exploiting and using energy and natural resources on the basis of science and technology, application of digital technology and transformation. Also, on October 29th morning, the mission group of Cần Thơ City Party Committee at the head of State and Vice Secretary of Cần Thơ City Party Committee, Cam Chairman of Cần Thơ City People's Council Phạm Văn Hiểu, came to work with the Party Committee and Directorate of the Agriculture and Rural Development Department on results of tasks in 10 months and major tasks from now to late 2021. Amid the outbreak of the COVID-19 epidemic, the Party Committee Directorate of the Agriculture and Rural Development Department have given guidance for their cadres, party members, employees of the department to proactively build established mission groups with them to ensure agricultural production and agricultural products consumption, combined with locality to check over supply information on demand and ability of supplying agricultural products, provide information for businesses, co-ops, cooperative groups, agricultural producing households on electronic trading floor, and deploy many measures that are suitable with real situation on the basis of effectively applying information technology. Members of the mission group highly valued results recorded by the Agricultural Center. On October 29th afternoon, permanent member Cam head of the Inspection Commission under Cần Thơ City Party Committee Lê Văn Thành and leaders of the city's Industry and Trade Department came to check the safety assurance for laborers and workers at businesses which have over 100 laborers in the city. The group monitored at Hải Sáng Seafood Transport Company, Hiệp Thành Seafood Processing Transport Company, Seafood One Member Limited Liability Company number 404, Miền Tây Export Food Processing Transport Company, Việt Thành Garment Limited Liability Company. Almost laborers at these units have got vaccinated against COVID-19, with between 90 and 95% having received the first shots and 70 to 85% the second shot. The epidemic has reappeared in the community recently and caused difficulties for businesses. As a result, these units must continue observing the 3-on-spot solution or 2-on-spot and green zone and 1 route, 2 destinations with the aim to ensure export orders aside. Speaking at the units, permanent member Lê Văn Thành and group members requested these businesses to raise awareness on ensuring both production safety and operational capacity from now to the end of the year. The ACT's program theme, Cần Thơ, the Echo from the Heart, that pays honor to COVID-19 control frontliners, will be transmitted live from S1 studio of Cần Thơ City's radio and television station on October 30th evening. The rehearsal of the program took place on October 28th afternoon. The program will be transmitted live on the radio and television channels of Cần Thơ City, the webpage of Cần Thơ TV, YouTube fan page, and the app of Cần Thơ Plus. The program is the acknowledgement of hard time of struggling against the pandemic, from then beautifying the noble tradition of the nation of Vietnam in general and people of Cần Thơ City in particular. This is the trust in guidelines and viewpoints of the party and the state in the measures drastically and unprecedentedly taken to control the pandemic. On October 29th, Cần Thơ City's Employment Service Center, the Employment Service Centers of 12 Mekong Regional Branches cities, Ho Chi Minh and Bình Dương, jointly organized the online job transaction in Mekong region, Ho Chi Minh and Bình Dương in the first phase of 2021. Vice Chairman of Cần Thơ City People's Committee Nguyễn Thực Hiện and representatives of related units came to attend the opening ceremony. The online job transaction aims to create conditions for laborers to meet, contact, exchange with recruiters, and rapidly return to the labor market. Joining this group transaction are 116 recruitment units with more than 31,000 job opportunities. There are a lot of jobs in need of labor, namely salesmen, technicians, finance counselor, insurance counselor, production workers, aquatic engineers, lab employees, and unskilled laborers. Speaking at the opening, Vice Chairman Nguyễn Ngọc Hè highly appreciated the meaningful activity of the Labor Relations and Social Affairs Center and Cần Thơ City's Employment Service Center, which contributes to helping businesses early recover, develop production to meet the dual goals of both containing COVID-19 pandemic and develop the economy of the city and region. Last but not least, we have the updated weather forecast. The updated weather forecast also wrapped up this edition of Continuous. If you want to watch again in this bulletin, please visit our website, kenthtv.vn. And now thanks for being with us. Goodbye and see you next time.